What is going on, guys? Richard here, California Sold again. Guys, we are going to break down a few things on the market and tips and tricks, stuff you can kind of figure out your own payment, just little things that we can help you out with. I want to show you some stuff that we see on the back end as far as the MLS goes, and just stuff maybe that can help you out. So feel free, stay tuned. I want to give you one more thing. If you know anybody in a distressed property, fixer, a lot of people have backed off, right? A lot of people got scared. They're like, no, 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 we're not buying right now. And that's actually the farthest from the truth. I actually have plenty of people that are buying. We've actually closed 3 transactions for flippers, and the ones that are scared are sitting on the sidelines. So if you know anything, feel free to reach out, shoot me a DM, we'll go from there. But my retail people, my buyers, people still in the market looking for a property, I want you to check this out, okay? Real quick, I want to show you some FHA loan limits real quick, okay? Let me pull this up for you. Let me get this out of here. Let's swap this, okay? Guys, so here it is. This is your FHA loan limits for a single home, a duplex, triplex, and fourplex. So obviously, you know, what happened was these numbers used to be quite a bit less. First it was 5, then it was 6, then it was 7, and so forth. They just kept pushing up because the values kept pushing up. So we actually had to adjust the loan limits to kind of like follow the curve of the values being increased. So even FHA on a single family home, we can go up to 900K. Like, kind of crazy, right? FHA 3.5% down, you can buy a $900,000 house if you qualify income wise. So there's a lot of different things that go into that. But one thing I'm going to show you real quick, and just so you can have an idea of what's out there, what can be negotiated. Check this out real quick, guys. So this is actually the MLS right here. As you can see, some of these properties I just brought up. This is Whittier, Downey, Pico Rivera, kind of in this little vicinity. I just grabbed a little pocket. Guys, see this little red arrow right here? Okay, that's a price drop. Okay, price drop. And it tells you, was $839, now $799. This thing's been on the market. Watch, see this days on market? 194 days. You know what that means? The sellers are either hanging on for dear life, two, they're not being negotiated right, or people sometimes think that they can't get the price that they want on that property. That's where I come in. Guys, if there's something you see out there, you see price drops, you see days on market, because you know, I'm going to show you right now. We're going to go to Redfin. I'm going to show you one of the most popular sites out there as far as people that use it. I use it all the time, guys. Like literally, a lot of people think, oh, you go to the MLS, and honestly, the best user experience personally, not Zillow. Zillow's crap. Zillow leaves a ton of old listings on there. They have rentals mixed up. It's a mess, right? Redfin has to be the most accurate and the most user-friendly app out there to actually get some info out. So I'm going to show you this real quick. And this way I can show you how to use the system and to kind of find out what works for you, right? Obviously the rates have gone up, so it's pretty accurate when it comes to rates and pricing, right? So this house in City of Whittier, this is actually a new property, just went listed. It is $750, right? 3.2, 1,400 square feet. What I'm going to show you though is this little calculator right here. This thing's pretty good. Okay, so this one here is 10% down. Now you can adjust this. You can click here and it'll let you adjust this, right? So we can go, let's just say 5% down. So 5% down is going to take you $37,500. That's going to be your down payment. Okay, we can close this. We know a 30-year right now, the rates are about 7. I've heard high mid 6s, high 6s, 7. It's kind of in that ballpark right now. Some have been higher. It all depends on your credit score, by the way. Not the house, not your income, your credit score. So that's a whole nother thing. That's all going to be based on your credit qualifications. Also, there's something called buying down the rate. That's a whole nother avenue that we're going to go through. Actually, I'm going to shoot a video all about loans with Kim here shortly. And we'll get really detailed into loans and the types of loans and all that. But this is just basic stuff, right? So if you look here, guys, with 5% down at a $750,000 purchase price on a 30-year, I mean, guys, you're really looking at $6,000 a month, right? And that's being realistic. If you look at your property taxes, $780, can't touch it. Mortgage insurance. Now, this is where it comes in clutch, right? So you see your property tax rate at 1.25. I want you to remember, depending on where you buy your house, not all houses, but some of the newer stuff has what's called mellow roofs. Mellow roofs will actually increase this sometimes over 2.25. So your property taxes would go up significantly. In this one, most homes in LA County, for the most part, that have been here since 50s and 60s, 1.25 is the average, all the way across the board. Homeowner insurance, 75, 65 bucks. I typically put 65 in here because that's pretty much average. Unless you're like on a hillside or kind of maybe even a burn area, it'll increase. The mortgage insurance. Now check this out. Your mortgage insurance, you not only have to pay on FHA 1.75% upfront, but then you have a monthly insurance. Now, typically what most lenders will do is if you have MI on a conventional loan, when you hit 70%, 78% loan to value, they'll remove it. On FHA, it never will remove. Okay, I don't care what anybody tells you. That I to this day, I've never seen one FHA company say, yeah, we'll just remove it for you. No, it doesn't work. Like, you have to refinance from FHA to a conventional. It is what it is. So don't expect that to go away anytime soon, and that's being 100% honest with you. A lot of people are very, get into the property and then refinance in 2 years. Well, that's honestly, and I'm being transparent with you guys, that's believing that the property values will increase in 2 years. Well, in my opinion, I think we're going to be pretty much flatlined for a while, based on our current economic situation, inflation, recession, whatever you want to call it. It's going to take some time before we start seeing significant price values go, or sorry, not price, but values increase. If anything, I think we're on a decrease right now. So it's not huge. It's not like a crash like you've seen before. And I explained this in one of my last videos where the crash happened because I used to call it the sign and drive, right? I don't know if you guys remember, but Volkswagen used to have this thing where you'd go in, you would sign on a dotted line, like literally a signature. And granted, there was other forms, but it was sign and drive. You signed on the car and you took off. That was it. Sign and drive. That's what they were basically doing with houses. You can go in, do a signature, no money out of pocket, no appraisal, no closing cost, no nothing. Take the house. And now that doesn't exist. A good buddy of mine recently called me. He just bought a house in Arizona, and we kind of went through the whole process here. And he was giving me some info, and it was a new build, so we had to use their lender. Long story short, he goes, "Dude, this is the hardest loan I've ever done in my life." The guy has had, I'm gonna say, 20 cars, right? Everything from Dodge to Ford, no, not Ford, Audi, all the way up to high-end Porsches, hundreds of thousands of dollars. He goes, it is harder to get this loan. It is the hardest thing to get a house loan on something that's so simple, which he could not understand. I'm like, dude, it's very. I always tell people, when you get into a loan and you're getting ready to buy a house, you're in a relationship with your loan officer and with your lender. You need to be truthful. We need to be honest with them. And that's one of the things where all this comes into play. Guys, I'm going to do a whole series, right? A step-by-step. Income, debts, credit, approvals, underwriting. We're going to go through the whole thing, okay? This was just a quick little intro. I wanted you guys to see this. If you guys are scrolling, because I do it all the time, jump on your phone, be sitting there scrolling, looking at houses. If it's something you're interested in doing, you can look at comps, you can look at what's sold in the area, and it's very detailed, guys. I mean, honestly, the best user experience, period. Anybody says Redfin has the best user experience, guys. So if you're looking for a property, let's just throw out an address. Let's do 9024. Oh, no, let's do one. Because I think it's, more South Downey. Okay. So if you got in here and you click right here where it says for sale, you go to sold. And we're going to say the last 3 months, but I'm going to say more like the last month because stuff has changed so much. You guys can go, and let's just say you live here, right? You're on this street right here. What is this? Birchdale. You can comp your house off of what's comped closed in the area. Condo, maybe not so much. Maybe you have a house that's 1,300 square feet. This house just closed. This is a comp that happened within the last 30 days. This is going to be your average sale price. Okay. This one right here on the other side of Lakewood, 820. These are going to be relatively new. This stuff just closed within the last 30 days. That is what a comp is, guys. You can't look at something that closed a month, 6 months ago for 1.4 million. It's not the same. It's not the same deal. So, with that being said, guys, one of the best websites. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and we'll answer them there. Stay tuned and keep on the lookout. I'm going to do a step-by-step on a buyer's guide. We're going to start with income to start off and just go from there. Just work our way through the whole process. So this way you guys can be informed. And if you have any other questions or want me to negotiate a deal for you, feel free to reach out. Oh, by the way, any of you guys that want to invest and you go, where are the deals? Where are the deals? Let me tell you something. I literally get email deals every morning. 2, 3, 4, 5 a day. This property is 60% ARV. That means there's on it at 180. It's probably worth somewhere close to 400K. It needs to rehab. But if you're in the market to actually rehab a property, I get quite a few. So feel free to reach out. I'll put you on my list. And maybe we'll do some business together. All right, guys? So then, we'll talk to you soon. I appreciate your time. And again, anything you need, feel free to reach out. Shoot me a DM or send a smoke signal. I'll find it. Talk to you soon.